Alright, hey everyone, it's TVC Mario, and you're here for another edition of Satanic Illuminati Media Exposed. In today's video, I wanted to go ahead and do a follow-up to a video I uploaded earlier on the MK Ultra breakdown of Hollywood celebrity Winona Ryder. She displayed some very strange facial expressions at the SAG Awards, and we looked at some of that in the video. I'll go ahead and leave it linked up, part 1, in the description section. But just if you haven't seen it, she made some very strange faces. And I argue that what we are seeing here is not just her having too many drinks or getting too excited or any ridiculous reason the mainstream media is going to tell you. No, what is happening is disassociated states of psychosis that would be typical to see in someone who has been administered MK Ultra mind control. What MK Ultra is just a nice word to define a very sophisticated satanic ritualistic abuse program that is being administered in the entertainment industry. Hollywood insider Roseanne Barr came out publicly on record and said that it is one of the ruling things in Hollywood, mind control. And it really is when you begin to examine it. But anyways, I'm not going to go into that. We talked about that in part 1 that I left linked up, so go ahead and check that out. What I wanted to do here in part 2 is just give you a little bit more information, a little background, I guess, surrounding Winona and why she would be a victim of this satanic ritualistic abuse. Now, the first reason that obviously shows that is her family connection. I don't know if you know this individual here, but he happens to be her godfather. And that, for those of you who know, is Timothy Leary, who said in this interview that I'll leave linked up for you, that he has taken it upon himself to continue the work of Aleister Crowley. So her godfather is, in essence, a high-ranking satanic devil worshiper. For those of you who don't know, Aleister Crowley is this cabal's, this satanic group that I'm constantly exposing's idol. They love this guy. He came out with the Book of the Law, which coined the term, do what thou wilt. They adopt this philosophy, this satanic outlook on life. This guy also wrote about sacrifice and how to access demonic power for creating beautiful pieces of art and all this twisted thing. And this is the kind of stuff that these guys are into. Okay, and they actually think Aleister Crowley is good and that his revolution here in our society is a good thing. So her godfather is an outspoken Satanist, Aleister Crowley disciple, and an individual who publicly continued the work that Aleister Crowley was trying to do, to bring in the Antichrist kingdom and the new satanic religion of the end times. Okay, so of course, this Satanist goddaughter is going to be put under the satanic cabal's mind control program. As I mentioned earlier, all we're looking at here is a very sophisticated form of satanic ritualistic abuse. These Aleister Crowley disciples and satanic worshipers that run the entertainment industry and are steering culture towards the Antichrist kingdom, they're into this type of stuff, okay? So what you're seeing on your screen here, you know, they call it MK Ultra, but simply all it is a very sophisticated form of modern ritualistic abuse. If you study satanic cults, you're going to see that they always implement these ritualistic abuse ceremonies on their children, and they upbring them this way through these type of rituals. Okay, so when we're talking about MK Ultra being used in the entertainment industry, that's what it is. All it is an Aleister Crowley satanic illuminist cult that is administering this mind control program. Now, you might be wondering, why is it necessary to even administer satanic ritualistic abuse on the victims, on the celebrities? You know, why in Hollywood? Well, that is because this group that also runs the military, the economics, and all major institutions of the world recognize the power of media, especially entertainment media in music and movies. And what they've been doing is engineering it as a form of satanic propaganda. And the people, these idols that join themselves to do this work, are well aware of what they're doing. Now, I covered this a long time ago. Tiffany Evans, a celebrity, came out and spoke out against Rihanna. And when she did, she said something very interesting. She said this: man, I wish I could really tell you guys what the industry is really about and what stars are a part of destroying this world. the stars who worship Satan and who have killed to get the respect that they now have. You'd be very surprised. Some of your favorite people pretend to worship God, but only do so to save face or seem innocent. And then it goes on to talk about Satan being the head of music and how he uses influential people, and how when you make it to a certain amount, just know that that's when this group is going to get you to join. And then it goes on to say they're going to get you to accept beast worship, and then they're going to make your career huge if you agree to obey to destroy God's word and his children. All things moral and good in society. So these celebrities that join themselves need to literally be under satanic mind controls to give themselves over consciously to a satanic agenda that is so damning to mankind. They are literally deciding to benefit, to receive fame and fortune, wealth, admiration, all these things that Satan promises them, but at the cost of destroying consciously humanity. No human in the right mind would do this. It takes severe satanic mind control, and all of these satanic celebrities that push all of these agendas like third wave feminism and the liberal agenda out of Hollywood and all this nonsense, and promote immorality and all this stuff. The majority of them that do it at the top level, they need to be out of their mind. They need to be literally mind controlled satanically, severely. Because that's how Satan operates. Satan consumes the mind. He possesses the mind. And this is what we're seeing in Hollywood. People who have possessed minds, given over, okay, through a sophisticated form of satanic ritualistic abuse. All right, so this is just another case. I mean, that's what we're seeing here. Timothy Leary's daughter or granddaughter here having a mental breakdown, quote unquote. No. Having a disassociated state of mind that is a result of joining yourself to an Aleister Crowley worshiping family. It's so sad. I mean, these kids are brought up into this stuff too, and then they're given over to this agenda and used, and it's just horrible. But that is why they do this, and here's another clear case, you know. So do your research, see who really runs Hollywood and what influences are really out there, and what's actually going on. And an interesting thing too here is, if you notice, it goes on to say Stranger Things actor. Okay, I'll point this out. This is not just a coincidence either. Okay, so it was actually for the hit Netflix series. Okay, and if you look into it, and I'll link this up for you, Stranger Things is actually full of esoteric symbolism. And what? MK Ultra. What a coincidence! She is a star in a show that is esoteric symbolism hidden in plain sight to show us about the MK Ultra mind control program. So go ahead and check that article out. I'll also leave this one here by Illuminati Watcher, and it just breaks down Stranger Things, how the Aleister Crowley connection of the TV series and all this stuff. So anyways, check that out. It's not a coincidence, okay, that Stranger Things is about MK Ultra. She's Timothy Leary, Aleister Crowley lover and disciple, granddaughter, and she's having an MK Ultra mind control breakdown on TV. Thanks for taking the time, everyone. This is TVC saying God bless each and every one of you. As always, remember, stay vigilant and fear no evil. Oh, actually, guys, before I let you go, here's some more symbolism that clearly shows that there's a satanic agenda here. Here is Timothy Leary, her godfather, doing a 666 hand sign. Here she is in a Masonic black and white checkerboard floor, and her godfather over here, Timothy Leary, sitting in front of an Antichrist, Illuminati, four-headed, 666, horned demon version of the Antichrist. Yeah. Right. So if you don't think she's under satanic mind control from her family, I mean, don't know what to tell you.